What's up, everybody? Mike with Cleveland Cutting Board and Furniture Company. It's right, it's the weekend shop update, and it's time to get serious. That's right, everybody. It's time for the weekend shop update, and it's time to get serious. The holiday orders are coming in rapidly. So between the holiday orders for cutting boards, holiday orders for the laser engraved cups, Yetis, things like that. I got a couple orders for wood turn bowls, which I'm really excited about. A lot of sign orders. Signs make a great holiday gift for that couple that doesn't, maybe has almost everything. For the couple who doesn't already have one, it's a cool gift. So get those orders in. I am not doing it like a lot of people I see on Etsy do. They're going to Home Depot, they're buying the cheap MDF, they're buying the cheap pine boards and gluing those together. What I'm doing is I'm actually taking hard mahogany, hard oak, good quality materials. I'm building signs to last. That's the whole thing why, yes, mine are more expensive, but they're more expensive because I'm using the material that's way better. And when you do the math on time and labor and material, I'm not that much more when you figure they're cutting corners by using shittier material. Yeah. Anyway, so signs. The moral of the story being, get your Christmas orders in now. Christmas is 4 weeks away, 3.5 weeks away or something like that. So the deadline for guaranteed delivery for cutting board, for anything, will be posted right here. This is my drop down dead, not taking any, I cannot guarantee orders beyond this point. With that being said, I do have a very nice inventory right now. For those of you who have been paying attention, this past Saturday, I did a craft show, my first maker market. I hosted it. I've done probably 50 plus in my life, but this is the first one I've hosted here at my building at the Harbor Town Hall in Vermillion at 995 State Street. Now taking reservations for the 2026 season for your weddings and your engagements and all that good stuff. Talk slut, I know. Shameless plug, but anyway. So I held an event here, a maker market. We had 25 awesome vendors. I hand selected each one. I turned down probably another 20. I could have probably put 30 plus on there, but I didn't want it to be so jam-packed. I wanted each vendor had a couple feet space extra between the booths, so it was a nice flow, not only for the people walking in, but the vendors could move around their area and because you're always, as you're selling stuff, you're rearranging and tweaking, so it's nice to have that space. That's something I learned from doing shows where people, all they care about is, let's get as many people in here as possible and collect that money. We had probably 200 people plus walk through for the day, easily. I would think so. So it worked. It turned out great. Had a lot of awesome feedback from people. The vendors all had some great feedback. A lot of the vendors asked to come back to the next one. Next one will probably be sometime in spring, maybe. I got a lot of things up in the air right now with that space, so it's kind of hard to plan too far in advance, but we'll definitely be doing one in the spring. So keep in tune for that. I'm sure I'll be pushing it out, but yeah, that was a great event. It was a first official event here at the hall, at Harbor Town Hall. So yeah, that was great. I've not posted a video in a few weeks. I've been super busy. Just got work like crazy. Really just putting my nose to the grindstone and getting things done. Staying focused, staying positive. But yeah, so been really super busy. Went to Nashville a couple weekends ago, so that's why I didn't do a video that weekend. What else I've been working on? The countertop. My good buddy Cody from Cody Northheim Woodworking. If you need a cabinet guy, Cody is your guy. He said, hey, I got a countertop I need done. I think it was for a dentist office. I said, sure, I can do that for you. He goes, one catch. It's got to be 3 sides, so 2 different angles, not a problem. And it also has to be waterfall. They want the wood to go waterfall over. They want grain continuity on the side, and continuity's got to wrap all around on 3 sides. So we went out to my buddy Ron. He's got some great selection of slabs. We picked out this beautiful piece of maple. It took 3 of us to carry it in. This freaking thing was heavy. Even though it was kiln dried and it's been out, it was still pretty heavy. So you can see it was not easy carrying it in here. We got in here. The catch was time frame. This is something I would normally take 2 weeks to build. Cody needed it, I think, in about 5 days or something like that. So there's a lot of geometry. And I've said this before in my videos. I really wish I could go back in time and apologize to every math teacher I ever had. Mr. Rapaski, I know you're passed on, but buddy, I owe you because I do need geometry and fractions and algebra and all that good shit. So all you kids watching, if there is any kids watching, trust me, you're going to need math. So pay attention. So anyway, yeah, so we got it. It turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Cody went through at the very end and did some tweaks and saved it, made me look good. So thanks to him and his crew. But here's some pictures of it installed. It turned out awesome. The combination of the maple color and that blue that Cody's team sprayed on those cabinets, man, it's great. I never would have thought to use that blue, but the contrast is pretty awesome. So thanks to Cody Northheim for trusting me with that and his shop. And we're actually getting ready to start, I believe we're doing a table together. He's got me helping him out with a big table project. So, and I'm flattening some slabs for a project for him as well as some other stuff. So I really like collaborating with companies, especially, Cody's a good guy, younger guy, hard worker, good dude. I've been doing a lot of wood turning. I turned this cherry platter here. This is just one I wanted to make. I haven't turned in a while, so I wanted to do a turn-up turn. I have a couple orders for turnings, some platters. So I thought, let me go ahead and turn one for myself to sell. But let's turn one as a spec piece, and it turned out really nice. Working on the lathe is sort of like riding a bike. It comes back to you, but there's a lot of muscle memory, and it takes a minute to get back. So got that done. I also did this Buckeye. This thing, I don't even know how long have I had. This is actually 2 pieces of offcuts glued together. It's probably 3 years been sitting here, but turned out really nice. A small little bowl. This is great for the coffee table, the end table. It does have a mineral oil and a beeswax finish on it, so you could use it for food, but it's great for a candy dish or throwing your keys in or something like that. Buckeye's a softer wood, so you don't want to be really... talking makes me burp, and I just touched the microphone, so that probably sounded like crap. But anyway, got those done. Bottle openers. Well, here's all the stuff I've got. I'll put it right here. This is all the stuff I have right now for sale. I've got a lot more stuff here in front of me I'm working on. Going into the holiday season, it's a lot of stuff. There's bottle openers here. And everything pretty much here can be customized. So if you want a bottle opener for Uncle Joe because he likes to drink whatever, we can put his name and his booze on there. Cutting boards. We have a lot of cutting boards. Not a lot done, but a lot in the works. I also got here in front of me, I got some charcuterie boards I'm working on. I got a couple new designs I'm playing around with. I got some serving boards. Here's a Buckeye serving board. It's not quite ready to be reviewed, but you can kind of see it. It's got 2 colors. One side's got red, one side's got black. It's going to be a dual side. It's for serving. Like I said, Buckeye's a softer wood, so you don't want to be cutting on it. But these make great serving boards. You want to take your charcuterie out there and lay it out. This is the way to do it. Kind of stands out, so they're pretty cool. My friend came to me. She had this board here. She made this, I think she said in junior high school shop class, gave it to someone in her family, and she ended up inheriting it back. She asked me if I could refinish it. It wasn't that thick to begin with, and it had a nice belly from this 30, 40 years of chopping on it. And so she gave it to me and said, hey, make it look as good as you can. So a couple passes through the drum sander, a lot of hand sanding. And then it had a nice rounded edge, but once you sand it, it squares it off. So I went back, and I didn't want to use the router, so by hand, I just took the sandpaper and went really slow across the grain, down the grain, got all the edges knocked off, and then I had a crack, so I filled the crack, especially it was starting to get a little thin. Filled the crack, soaked it overnight in oil, good coat of beeswax finish on top, got that back to her. She was really happy, which makes me happy. She's an awesome lady. What else? My good friend, so when I was down in Nashville, I'm a boot guy. I like my boots, cowboy boots, mock toe boots, all the boots. Some of the things I like. I don't know why, I just like boots. And I was down in Nashville, and I seen all these boot jacks, and I've made a couple in the past, but never was really crazy about them. They're kind of bland. So I was down there in Nashville. I just did some market research, all the boot stores we went to, which there was a lot of boot stores. And I came up with this design here. And then I put one out. I made one for myself at home. Put my last name initial on there, monogram, I guess. And my friend Bean seen it, and she wanted one, so I made this one here for her with her little Beans boots and the little boots on there for her. She liked that. But these are great, especially going into winter months. You know, it's tough when you're layered up and you want to kick those boots off to be able to hook your foot in there and just pop it right off. It makes a lot. So, so those are available right now. I'm only doing them. It was funny when I was down in Nashville, boots and hats are everywhere, but all the ones I seen were a lot of them were made out of pine and soft poplar and stuff like that. I'm using hard oak, something that you can really dig into. The foot and the bottom that gets the thing up, I'm actually doing a rabbet, so it's recessed in there, using good glue. So mine are made where you can, take your boots off or beat an intruder with them, whatever you want to do. So made to last. What else? The boardroom, the business lounge, the boardroom business lounge is what I'm calling the room here. This is a room in my hall, part of Harbortown Hall at 995 State Street in Vermillion, Ohio. Now taking bookings for summer of 2026. If you don't want to rent the full 7,000 square feet hall, you can rent the business room board lounge. If you want to have a bachelor party, a bachelorette party, a baby shower, or you need a place for all your colleagues to get together and have a meeting, this is a room you can rent and use just that room where you don't need the whole hall. It's got a smart TV in there, so you can hook your computers up to it. It's got full-blown Wi-Fi, so a great opportunity for a small meeting room. But anyway, so I needed a conference table in there. I've been working on this table here for over a month. It's 99% done. I had to get it out of here just so I could work on Cody's slabs. So I'll probably bring it out, but it turned out nice. I got a piece of glass. And the glass, if you notice, is like a 1/4 inch longer because I called to order the glass and they go, hey, we have a piece that's that same width, but it's a little bit longer. And I already cut it to shape, so, but we'll give you a deal on it. So I saved about $100 by getting a piece of glass that's a little bit longer, but hey, looks nice. So it's all turned out. This is live edge walnut with some Jatoba, which is a Brazilian cherry, super dense wood, Dutchman, going all the way, bow tie Dutchman. And I'm not doing resin on this. I like that I can see through it. It makes it light and lively. Light and lively? Makes it this kind of light and airy. Has a mechanical industrial look to it because you can see down through the splits and down the river, down the middle. The brackets I use, the Floyd line design legs. I really like these legs. So yeah, that's done. I'm gonna pull that back out of the shop probably after the holiday now. I just want to do some fine touch details on there. I want to put some just little details. There's little things I notice and no one else notices, but it's 99% done. So that is on the table, or that's good to go. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I've done a million things over the last couple of weeks since the last video. Nothing very exciting with porting. I've been working in the hall at 995 State Street, Harbortown Hall. Now taking bookings for summer of 26. Taking bookings now for now if you want. But yeah, been working out there doing some painting. I mean, we're officially open out there, but it's pretty exciting. I have a lot of great events planned out there for woodworking events as well as music events and weddings and stuff. So anyway, check that out. But that is it for this weekend's Weekend Shop Update. If you have any questions regarding woodworking, you need any products, if you want something for Christmas, now is the time. I said the deadline once again is right here. I can still get it for you, but if you want something I don't have in stock and I have to make it, you have to have it ordered by this date to guarantee delivery. But I do have a lot of stuff. I got a lot of cups in stock, a lot of already engraved cups for nurses and different professions, cars. But I've also got a lot of cups, and I'm looking over there in my inventory. I got cups and thermoses. I got Yeti. I've got Arctic. I've got what's that other brand? I got the Stanley. This is for my a very good friend of ours, a great lady. She wants this. The Yetis are a little too big. She wants something smaller because she's having problems with her hands. So this was a great size. So I got some of the Stanley thermoses in stock. I got Yeti dog bowls in stock. So I've got wine cups. I've got highballs. I've got 20-ounce cups, 30-ounce cups. You name it, I've got them in stock. So if you need something, give me a call or set up an appointment. We do not have a retail space here, but I do have a place you can come pick stuff out. You can call me, then I can send you pictures. If you'd like, you can come pick it up here. And a lot of times too, if you need something engraved, we can engrave it while you wait if it's already here. So be sure to get those orders in. But that's it for this weekend's Weekend Shop Update. Go Buckeyes, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Regularly, I got to sneeze.